welcome to my April 2022 sales update video. In this video, I'll show you what I sold and tell you how much I paid for it. And what I like to track is profit per item. And that is steadily increasing as I am slowly transitioning my business model to selling fewer items, but at higher price points, meaning higher profit. And just a side note, I looked back at my YouTube videos and I started doing these sales update videos in February of 2018. So there's like 50 of them in the playlist. And it's interesting to go back and see how my business has changed, what kinds of things I don't even sell anymore, and most importantly, what kinds of things I sell now because I have learned about them. So I'll also include some commentary on the item if I think it's useful for you and your business, and just an update on the new thread in the Facebook group. It's called the Rescue Report. We're not getting a lot of engagement on that, so I don't know if that is going to stick around. I do a lot of experiments with different things and encouraging sellers to share parts of their business. And this one just isn't sticking. And it might be because there's some work involved and you have to remember to take the photo of the item before you clean it or repair it or whatever. So I think that's one speed bump. And then another issue is we really want to keep the cleaning instructions, the process short. Some of these are so long, there's just no way anybody can follow that. And it's overwhelming to look at that and see 1,000 words of text explaining how to clean something. So my vision for this was, like the Tide commercial, before Tide with bleach and after, and just showing what's possible with very simple items. This doesn't have to be complicated. So we're going to watch that for a few more weeks. And if it doesn't stick, then we'll just move on to something else. So that being said, let's get into my sales from April.
Okay, and because I am a little OCD, or some people would say I'm a lot OCD, these sales are in ascending order by profit dollars. So we're going to start with this Land's End size 12 swim dress. And I picked this up because swim dresses sell very well for me. And I think it's because it's just one piece, it's a more modest style, and it is versatile. You can wear it boating, on the beach, at the pool, working in the yard, whatever, and all of your parts are covered. So, this one also has an interesting cross front, not exactly ruching, but has a little bit of a slimming effect, and the straps are wide. I find that the wide straps are also popular because they stay put. And of course, it's a size 12, so not exactly plus size, but all those reasons and a beautiful striking purple color. So I paid $7.41 for this, took an offer of 28. Profit was $17.41. Next up is this Amino Bra. Never had heard of these and didn't quite know what it was when I found it. I did find several in a bin at Goodwill, as if maybe a company or a medical office donated them, and they were all new with the tag. And this is a post-surgical bra. So it has the Velcro straps where you can adjust it as the swelling goes down, and it has one pad that you can put in one side if you're recovering from mastectomy surgery, where it's a false breast, where at least it will look even until the next step of that process. So this was an education for me because I had never seen one of these. Also, the front zips, so it's easy to put on and take off when you're recovering from surgery and you are sore and in pain. So I paid $2.38 for this. I had this priced at 49 because that's what they were selling for, but I got an offer from someone who needed it right away. I took their offer of 25 and my profit was $20.07, and I also feel like I helped somebody out by providing this post-surgical item at a reasonable price. Okay, next up is this Seth Thomas clock. It's a vintage clock, 8-day wind-up style. I paid $5 for this at a private estate sale. It sold for $30 in less than a week. Profit was $21.37. And note to self, when you buy a wind-up clock and you test it, and it starts ticking, you really need to let it go through the 8 days of ticking before you list it, because this sold and it was still ticking, and I thought, oh, that's going to be suspicious at the post office, a ticking package. So I did figure out how to take the back off and stop the ticking. But I was like, yeah, I think I'll get in trouble at the post office if they hear my package is ticking. That's not a good thing these days. So when you're testing these out, just let it go through the cycle before you list it. Okay, this is a San Tropez West 100% linen top. This is not necessarily a high-end brand, but the reasons I bought this was 100% linen. It was a larger size, a 2X, and I just thought the blue and white sort of Greek trellis looking pattern was very striking and pretty. It has a low V-neck, which I find those sell very well because they're easy on and off over your head. And it was on half price at Goodwill for $3.18. I took an offer of $30 and my profit was $23.60. Okay, this little guy is a vintage Dakin plush unicorn, 12 inches long, from 1979. And it was a little challenging to get a good photo of him because his head was kind of floppy. But I paid 50 cents for him, and he sold for $29.97, making my profit $26.29. And what really convinced me to buy this, well, not only the price, 50 cents, was the tag said 1979. So I knew I couldn't go wrong with that. This is a Gund soft baby doll, plush, 9 inches long. I paid $1.07 for her. She sold for full price of $29.97, making my profit $26.70. And I really love these little plushies that are $1 or less and sell for around 25 to 30. They're just so easy and the profit is just great. Okay, another bra, Victoria's Secret. This one was pretty plain, size 36 double D. I paid $4.24, sold for $34.97, making my profit $26.90. If you have not yet experimented with selling bras, just be aware that it's not just the really large sizes that sell, and it's not just the super fancy ones. I sell all kinds. So this was an education for me learning this niche, and I do have a course on that in the premium library if that's something you want to learn about. Okay, another plush. This is a Dakin plush sheepdog, 17 inches long. I paid 80 cents for him. He sold for $30. My profit was $27.69. Now, how did I clean this? Well, first of all, he was not very dirty, so um, I didn't have to worry about too much cleaning, but I did not put this one in the washing machine because I felt like it would ruin that long silky hair. So I basically spot cleaned him with a mixture of OxyClean and water and laundry detergent just to kind of brighten him up. And I did brush him with a dedicated wire dog brush that I have just for my Plush. It's never been used on a real dog. Um, just to make him look beautiful like he just came from the groomer. So, um, not bad for an 80-cent investment, $27.69 profit. All right, this is a Molly Hatch mug. Molly Hatch is an Anthropologie sub brand. I paid 80 cents for this. It sold for full asking price of $34.97, making my profit $27.93. And I find that nautical things sell very well, so I'm always looking for those. Plus, Anthropologie, those are expensive to start with. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have a distressed, torn up looking pair of shorty overalls. This was Gap brand. I paid $7.15 for these. They sold for full asking price of $49.97, making my profit $30.73. And I'm just always shocked when these really ratty looking, distressed is the technical term, torn up articles of clothing sell for so much money. I mean, it looks like it's been run over by a car, but hey, I made money on it, so I have come to the dark side on that. This is a back massager. It's called Body Back Buddy. I paid $3.18 for this. It's a very weird looking item. If you don't know what it is, you might be there scratching your head at Goodwill, like, what is this thing? Anyway, I sold it for $38.97, full asking price. Profit was $31.31. This is a Cachet brand top. It's beaded, the sleeves are sheer, and the bodice is gold lame. So I just thought this was beautiful and elegant. I paid $6.35 for this. It sold for $45 on best offer. My profit was $33.26. And this is an example of just a pretty shiny thing that I enjoyed working with and was just happy to rehome. Okay, this is a pair of Mia leather boots, ankle height with zippers. I paid a little bit more for these, $10.59, because this is a reputable brand and it was the two-tone color was a little unusual and they were in really good condition. They sold for full asking price of $49.97, making my profit $34.12. Now, this is an item that took 2 years to sell. So I was committed to selling this item because I paid $20 for them. The brand is Samuel Hubbard. This is a very specific brand of comfort shoes. I've only seen them this one time. I found two pairs at an off the beaten path thrift store, and I've never seen this brand again. So I know they're kind of rare and unusual, and I had to wait for the right buyer. But I paid $20. They sold for $64.97. Profit was $37.31. This is a hair piece. It's synthetic hair and it's a top piece that you clip on to your existing hair. I paid $5 for this. It sold for $65. Profit was $52.58. And it's weird how you find wigs and hair pieces at these little off the beaten path thrift stores. Um, I feel like when someone passes away, all of their wigs get donated because I found like six of them at one place in the middle of nowhere last year. And they're kind of slow sellers, but really lightweight. And these are expensive. So there's a lot of people looking to buy these online, whether they're going through chemo or have alopecia or whatever issues they have. They're looking for bargains because these are very expensive new. Okay, Fisher Price Cozies Vintage Plush. I paid $1.06 for him. He sold for $65, making my profit $56.19. And this one comes with a story. So the buyer said, "Thank you for having who I named Mr. Cuddles. This is my daughter's very first toy and her first Christmas present. He fell off her lap at an interstate highway while on a road trip upon her getting out of the car with me, and I didn't notice that he was gone until 2 days later. We had Mr. Cuddles for nearly 10 years. I thought of him today as I do from time to time and decided to Google him since I originally purchased him from Toys R Us back in December of 1999 when she was 1 month old. My baby is 22 and away in college now. I texted her a picture to tell her that I found Mr. Cuddles, and she replied, I was just thinking about him the other day. As my only child, I am overjoyed in tears." So, how about that? Perfect rehoming of this thing I found at Goodwill, and emotional attachment, nostalgia, all that stuff that you really can't put a price on. And I was in the right place at the right time because she just happened to go on Google and look for him and found me. So this is a push, encouragement to get your items listed. Those things you have in your death piles, somebody out there is waiting for that item. And they can't buy it if it's not listed. So this story is proof of that. You got to be in the right place at the right time with the right item, and buyers will find you. Okay, this is a Dolly Dingle doll. Had never heard of this before. It's by Goebel and it's porcelain. I paid $5 for this at a private estate sale. She sold for $69.97, literally an hour after I listed her. So I'm guessing someone had an alert set up. And she went to a freight forwarder in Delaware. And this sold 2 weeks before Easter. So my profit on this item was $56.46. This is a J. Jill linen top, size 4X, and it's embroidered. It's very pretty. Button front, and that large size really increases the value. I paid $6.35. It sold for $84.97, making my profit $69.47 on one clothing item that looks pretty plain and ordinary, nothing super fancy about it. It was just exactly what someone wanted. Okay, here's an interesting sale. This is Method Fabric Softener, discontinued. I found 10 of these at Goodwill about a year ago. They were $3.18 a piece, and I had 7 left. So I received a message from a buyer saying she wanted to buy all of them, and what price would I accept? And she offered $175 for all 7, and that she was also in Atlanta, about 20 miles from me. So we discussed local pickup, but we couldn't get our schedules to coincide to make that happen. So it was $12 to ship these to her. And during that conversation, she says, "Well, I really don't care about the fabric softener. I just need the bottles." And I don't know what she was using the bottles for, but it's something special about this dispenser. It's tall, cylindrical, and has this pump dispenser. So I said, well, I can dump out the fabric softener and just send you the bottles. And she was like, no, 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 I'll go ahead and take them and use it. But, I'm really just buying these for the bottles. So, um, okay, that works for me. So I boxed them up, shipped them to her. The box weighed 13 pounds. It would have weighed probably less than a pound if it was just the bottles. But anyway, my cost was $22.76. This sold for $175 plus shipping. My profit on this was $128.34. This is a discontinued item, so that makes it more valuable. And I'd had this almost a year, but knowing that it's discontinued, it's not being made anymore, somebody's going to come along and want these. And yes, they did. Okay, and my highest sale for the month is this Animal Alley Vintage Husky Plush. This is a Toys R Us limited edition item. I paid $2.96. He sold for $249.97 full asking price, making my profit $211.75. And he sold in less than a week. And how did I clean him? Because he was pretty dingy. I put him in a pillowcase and put him in the washing machine on gentle with detergent and OxyClean, and then let him air dry, and then brushed him with my dedicated dog brush because I just couldn't resist. Just wanted to make him look pretty like he just came from the groomer. Now, as far as the pricing, there were several sizes of this plush, and this one was 20 inches. So the last large one sold for $300 and was new with tags. And this sold in April. The last one that sold was in December. And only a handful had sold over the last year. So I went in high with my price at $250. No negotiating, no offers, just boom, sold for full price in less than a week, and I was very happy. And just a side note, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm getting some pretty high dollar plush sales, and they're very consistent. So I do have a plush course in the premium library with 11 lessons that explains all the details, everything I know. Well, not everything, because I have more classes to make because I keep learning more. But if you've never been a member of the premium library, you really don't know what you're missing.
In fact, if you want to see what you are missing, I have set up a limited time free sneak peek at all of the content. All 500 videos, podcasts, customer service scripts, flowcharts, everything that's in there. And I've designed this library in done for you style, meaning I've done the research and explained everything for you. All you have to do is watch and learn, apply the knowledge, and make more money. So if that sounds like something you like to try, just email me at suzanne@suzanneawells.com, and we can go from there. No pressure, no sales pitch, because I hate those. I just need to provide you with the access code. So just drop me an email and I'll get you all set up with a limited free trial, and you can explore the content and decide if it's for you. And because I really want you to have the full experience of the premium library during your limited free trial period, you will receive all of the same benefits as paid members, including access to 500 videos that you can download and keep forever, unlimited email support with me anytime you need help or have a question, and any new content that is added during your free trial period. And if you decide the premium library is not for you, no problem. You will not hear from me again. I am not a salesperson, I am a teacher, and I am here to help you. So send me an email if you want that access code for a limited free trial to look at everything in the library. Okay, let's get back to the sales update and my numbers for April.
Okay, April was pretty slow for me. Even though I had some high dollar sales, I only sold 26 items. And those 26 items are thrift store items, things I intentionally purchased for resale, not my books, calendars, all that other stuff. So I'm just focusing on the items I intentionally purchased for resale. I currently have 515 items in my store, which is interesting because a month ago I had 479. So that's an indication that I am listing consistently, but sales are slow because my inventory is accumulating. But eBay is cyclical, it's going to go up and down. Some months are better than others, and you just keep going. Inventory cost of those sold items was $140.27. I'm becoming a very careful, mindful, and intentional picker. My profit per item for April was $41.45 compared to March, which was $39.05. So I'm still going in the right direction with increasing that profit per item. Now I need to increase the number of items sold. So I'm on the right track. Slow progress is still progress, and if you're experiencing slow sales, it's just a cyclical business and you just keep going.
Okay, that wraps up another month on eBay. Thanks so much for watching, and I always appreciate your comments below. See you next time. Have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.